Hello, hello, hello.
I hear you. You hear me good?
Hello. I can hear you great, brother.
Awesome. That guy's looking fresh for this interview. So thank you for everything, Joey. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me. I've been wanting to do something like this with you for a long time. I know you're 28 years old, right? And the way I got to
27, 27.
27, my bad. There you go. Take one
A
out.
little too old.
So I got to meet you on Instagram back in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. You sent me a DM, whether it was you or someone in your team, and I got excited when you proposed to teach me more about credit cards, travel, getting free perks with those credit cards, and so on. All the perks that come with it. So, this interview, I just want to make it quick, short, mostly for the people that don't know you yet and probably are in my circle, and I think they can benefit from what you have and from what you teach. So let's go into introduce yourself and then share a little bit of your story, and then we uh, create a conversation off of that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So, as you know, my name's Joey Grayson. And prior to like getting into the online world, I've been actually in the hospitality business. My family come from the hospitality industry, so owning restaurants and stuff. But I really wanted to go into online marketing because of social media. It's 2020, and everybody's on social media, right?
Yeah.
So, what way could I find out how to make money online? But not also do that, but also see that others out there are doing the exact same things at the exact same age. And I was like, why can't I have a piece of the pie? So I always believed in myself that I knew it was possible, but I just needed structure and I needed placement to get there. So over the past 2 years, I dived deep into credit, and that's going to be my niche, right? Credit for me was a way to extend my knowledge on whether it was credit repair, whether it was credit hacking. But once I got into credit hacking, the world was endless for me. I went from 2 years ago having one credit card to now over 2 years having 17 credit cards and over, multiple six figures in credit lines. So
Awesome.
it's allowed me to travel and scale up my travel expenses for free, hotel expenses all paid for. And it's been a blessing. I've been into, many countries, and I'm super grateful.
Awesome. So just explain a little bit how what caught your attention about credit cards, because some people, for most people, most families, they think of credit as bad debt, and now I understand that, but for the people that don't,
Right. So I know many top financial advisors such as Dave Ramsey. They say, hey, listen, credit cards, cut them off, cut them off, cut them out of your life. But what they don't realize and what they don't really tell you is that many credit card companies give you a lot of bonuses. Sign up bonuses are called, right? So for example, let's say on a Chase Sapphire Preferred card, as I was just mentioning earlier, if you spend $4,000 on this card, you're going to get 80,000 points, which is going to relate to right now. I'm saying it's about $1,200. So
okay.
imagine we got not just one credit card, but 5 credit cards. How much money could we get in cash back, in travel, and in expenses that are going to pay for our lifestyle, pay for the way we travel? So this is what I've been learning over the past 2 years, and it's been a blessing.
Great. So basically, you've been educating yourself about using credit pretty much for the right way instead of the
Yeah.
way most people do.
Yeah, so most people just think, oh, having credit card, pay your bills, use a credit, pay. It's a pay now, play later system. But
Hmm.
what we can dive deep into is how can we make money using credit. So that's where I dive deep into manufactured spending, into how we can create an income using credit as well with other passive income streams of credit, right? So that could be helping someone out with getting a trade line, right, an authorized user. So how can we build our credit age to go to the next level?
Awesome. So let's backtrack a little bit because I want people to hear your story as a human, and this is what I want to focus on. Everyone that I bring on here is your story, where you're from. You say your parents are from the hospitality. How did that work? Why didn't you go into that route instead?
Well, being in the hospitality world, it is a lot of hours. I would clock in at 10 o'clock. I would clock out at 10 o'clock at night. And it can get very, very draining, right? You're you're having to put your time for money. Yes, there is a bigger reward. You know, you can eat food, you can mingle, you can socialize. But at the end of the day, I needed to live my 20s in a way that I wanted to live, right? I wanted to be able to travel when I want, with whoever I want. So I needed to find a way to do this. And if there was already someone doing this, I didn't have to reinvent the wheel, right? There's a moving vehicle for every situation. So I just had to hop in that car and see how they were driving, see how fast they were going to get the results that I wanted. So, you know, if we back it up, I was a college dropout. I never really I quit very early in my life with a lot of things. I always failed. I never finished at the finish line. I would always start, but I would always quit at the start. So I had to transition my mindset, and I had to tell myself every single day that, Joey, you're on a winning streak every single day and you just can't stop. So that's where I flipped the switch for myself, and it's when I said, you know what, it's time to change it up, because if I don't change it up, then I'm always going to be at the same place where I'm always going to be.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a lot of friends that are still in college and high school, listening, probably watching this later. So kind of explain how, you know, you went from, I don't know, what were you studying?
I was studying sport business management, so
Okay,
it was primarily I enjoyed some certain sports, soccer, and I also enjoyed business. I really didn't know what I wanted to do. You know, I was
gotcha.
told to
Like
go
most
be
people.
in the, in the Asian household. We're supposed to be doctors, lawyers, engineers. That's in the Asian culture. However, for my brain, I just could not get the grades for it, and I never really tried. And you know, my mom always pushed me, my dad always pushed me, but I just could never really get to that next level in education wise. So, you know, being in business and everything, you know, we know that you don't have to go to school to be successful. There's other ways you can be successful, and it's how you define success that's really gonna achieve what you want: happiness, financial freedom, whatever it is.
Awesome. So do you think, I think there's always a next layer, a next level of success. Do you think you have a long way to go, or where do you feel you're at right now?
I think success is never ending, right? So if we can tell ourselves that we're already successful and it's already happened to us, right? It's already done. So if we keep telling ourselves with the daily wins that we tell ourselves, with the winning streaks that we tell ourselves every single day, then it's already happened for us, right? It's just time hasn't caught up to us yet, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I keep telling myself, because before I would have a big goal and I would always get down because I would never achieve that big goal, right? The big goal of maybe getting the Lamborghini. But I just figured out, it's already happened. It's done. Time just hasn't caught up yet. So if I keep thinking like that, instead of just going down and going in the rabbit hole and just figuring out, oh, why haven't I got it? Well, you haven't got it because you haven't worked hard enough to get it. So let's just keep working at the small things to get to the bigger rewards later.
Nice. And I mean, I love traveling, right? You live in South Florida, that I met you here in person, and right
Yeah.
now you're off.
So yeah, for the past 2 months, I've been to Colorado, last month to go see a friend, and then this month I'm here as well to see a friend in Chicago. So everything is, traveling is what I'd like to do once a month at least. Use my knowledge in the travel hacking world, which relates to the credit hacking world,
Okay.
and then go ahead and do what I want to do, because this year has been very stressful for a lot of people, and I'm not able to travel as much. But what I can do is I can learn first and then implement later, and I can help other people as well do what I want, do if they want to follow me. I can teach them how to do it as well.
Awesome. Yeah, so I see you believe a lot in mentors. You mentioned that you were seeing other people do it, and that made you study their vehicles. So
100%, because I believe that if there's already a proven step to success on where you want to go, then you just have to follow that person on where they want to go. And it doesn't mean success. If you want to be a doctor, you're going to have to follow a doctor and follow the steps, go to school, get educated, go on the job training, right? So there's already a proven system. So, when you see someone that's proven it already, just copy what they do what they say what they, say how it is, and you're going to get to where you want to go,
Yeah,
right? So
that's a
everyone has their different starting points. Yeah, but a coach, it's like going to the gym, right? Do you need a coach? You don't need a coach, but do you want to get better in whatever, whatever area it is that you need? So there's coaches and there's mentors there to guide you along that way, because at the end of the day, it comes down to experience. They have the experience that I'm looking for, and they have the knowledge and expertise, so why not use them instead of just do it yourself? And I prefer, using someone else to get to where I want to go. Now, it's all free on YouTube, but at the end of the day, it's really up to you.
yeah. Yeah, so I see this difference between mentors and coaches. When you have a mentor, they're not obligated to make you do the work, and the opposite is with coaches. Perhaps you're paying them, but there are, I assume there are terms and conditions that go along with that. So you got to be clear on who you're trying to learn from, whether that's a mentor or a coach.
100%, brother. I could not agree more.
Who are some of the people that maybe got you started, like some of those mentors?
Well, a lot of those people are people that I've really connected with online on social media, right? Because if I see someone on social media doing the things that I want to do, I'm going to follow them. I'm going to hit them up. I'm going to send them a direct message. I'm going to say, hey, what is it that you do? Or how did you start to get to where you are at? Because what you're doing is what I want to do. So figuring out what it is that you like to do, and then go ahead and follow that person, annoy the person for a few, like their post, comment, get their attention, because once you have their attention, they're willing to help you out.
Yeah, I heard this from Steven Larson. He worked with Russell Brunson for 2 years, if I'm not mistaken, and he quit
Right.
it before 2018, if I'm not mistaken. But
Mm.
the guy says, um, we're not in the digital age, we're in the attention age. So we just, right now, what I'm doing, I think we're bringing eyes on us, on you, on your business, on my business, of helping other people like you, like yourself, helping with funnels, to bring people and start educating them on credit and other personal finances and stuff. So that's pretty exciting. uh, what do you think is next, the next things for Joy?
I think the next step is really, the success that I've had with traveling the world and everything, and living life for one full year on my terms, going to many new countries, and just really enjoying life. Right? For me, it's about people first. It comes over the profit. So if I can help someone out and help them understand, if they're open minded to doing what it is that I've done, then I'm willing to help the next client, the next student. So I'm really excited for that, and making an impact. I really want to leave an impact, whether it be on the internet. It's more on the internet, because with the internet and social media, I can help more people, right? With offline work, it can be a little bit difficult, but the world is so abundant out there that it's time to make an impact. So what impact is it that you want to make?
Yeah, I think there's no better time to be alive, brother. You got access to 7.8 billion, or as many people, with internet access now, and
Yep.
you can teach them whatever. I was on YouTube the other day, and YouTube will show you, the algorithm will just show you different stuff. And I was watching a guy teaching how to flirt, and then I started thinking, but like, it was so
and
cheesy, and before you couldn't do any of this.
And the how to's are the best things I've always got started off, right? The how to flirt in 2020, how to do this, how to travel for free, how to do X, Y, and Z. That's a great thing to start off with. And YouTube is our education system if we don't want to go to university. It's one of the ways that we can learn. And there's obviously going to be people there who want to buy stuff further. And that's just because we enjoy the content. We want to give them the investment, right? We're investing into other people because it's the name of the game. And yeah, I mean, how to flirt is a great one, and maybe I have a video on that.
That's awesome. Talk to us a little bit about the Credit Academy. I'm very close to that. when I started learning from you and all the people in that community, I really love the passion that some members have, while others are already building their own personal brands and maybe reteaching what you're teaching them. So
Yeah. So I created Credit Academy about a year and a half ago to show young people, especially men in, well, my demographic of niche clientele would be men between the ages of 18 to 25. Women obviously can come in, and I do have females in the group. However, this is to show young people how to leverage their credit, right? Using various platforms and understanding that yes, we are using OPM, which stands for other people's money, to go ahead and make us more money. So we do these by first fixing our credit. Secondly, joining Credit Academy, because once we have good credit, then we're able to obtain credit hacking and travel hacking. So then we can live our dream lifestyles, we can live our dream lives. And then thirdly, once we've done all this, we've had our fun, let's get a little bit more serious into business credit, and let's start using OPM at a 0% APR. So in whatever business you're trying to start up, yes, you can have the possibilities of failing, but let's fail with someone else's money first before we touch into your cash. Because at the end of the day, right, credit is king and cash is second. So if we use and obtain other people's money first at a 0% APR, we have that less risk of touching our personal cash. And there's so many loopholes here in America. The rich get richer for a reason. They know loopholes. So it's only our loopholes that I'm teaching my students. So we can bend the rules a little bit and stay within the guidelines, but we can really take it to the next level.
smart move, brother. Yeah, I think being in America and the continent, I would say I'm from Nicaragua,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
I know there are loopholes here and there, but it's being an entrepreneur here is just wonderful. Just because I heard, well, I read back when I was in college that in Asian countries, some Asian countries, uh, starting a business with other people's money and failing was fatal. So when I heard that, I was pretty scared about that. Just thinking about the many times I've wasted my money on trying things here and there and not succeeding, and how other people just get one shot, otherwise they're done. Literally.
Yes. And America has a great opportunity, right? We're able to if you think of it on a bigger macro scale, if you wanted to start the next Nike company, the next Adidas, and you had the plan and set aside with a business plan, you can find what we call investors money, right? Seed money to raise capital up, and angel investors to take a look at the next Uber, the next products, right? um on a small business owner scale who works online, I use credit to get the average person, to get started off from the day to day 9 to 5 corporate world. Someone who's working a job, someone who's, in the hospitality business. We show them how to live a greater life than what they're currently living, and how to invest in the short term micro scale.
Gotcha. So let's go back to the basics. When you say people get a good credit, then join the credit academy, what's a good credit to you?
So good credit to me is always above the 700 clubs, right? With at least 3 years of credit age, no late payments, zero derogatory marks, zero everything negative items. Because once we have those negative items, we can really push you and build up your credit, right? It's all about building up your credit,
Hmm.
making sure that the client has good credit, and make sure they can even get better credit. And once we establish the foundations first, right? Everything has to start with a foundation, right? Because once you start with your foundation, you build layers and layers and layers to make your pyramid. And then
Yeah,
once we get to the top, we have, the best of the best. Later on, long term wise, we're able to obtain a lot of credit age, and then able to maximize to getting to the 800 clubs.
gotcha. So do you think the people that don't match those boxes, what about them? What are you
I
suggesting?
think first and foremost, they'll need to get their credit fixed and worked on. They can still join the academy because we have other exclusive, mentorships on how to get your credit fixed, right? but it's all about just creating value and creating that value ladder. So that way, when someone does join with bad credit, they know at least the long-term vision. And that's what I wanted to create with Credit Academy. I want to create a long-term vision, and not be like every other internet scammer out there, guru out there. I wanted to make sure that once you're part of the family, you're part of my family now. You're part of this online inner circle that if you have any problems, questions, we can talk, we bro it out. We're bros, we're family, and let me help you to help other people too.
Nice, congrats. All right, I think we got to the 18 minutes or a little bit past it. Thank you for your time, brother. It's I think there's a lot of value in this video, so it's gonna be on YouTube, my Instagram. I'm gonna send it to you.
Great. Can't wait to watch it.
Awesome.
Thank you
And
for everything as well, Adolfo. You're a person that I really respect your time, and someone that you're a great guy.
thank you, appreciate it.
You're humble, you listen, and I think you're gonna go very far. And thank you for having me on your channel.
Yeah, absolutely. So before you go, just share with people where can they find you, where can they get more information about the Credit Academy and so on.
Yeah, so you can find me at IG at Joey's Jet, Jet, so Joeys Jet. And I have a website as well. If you did want any more information, it's www.creditacademy.vip. So make sure you check that out. And then on Facebook as well. And if Adolfo here, if you're more serious, Adolfo has my phone number, so he can pass on my number too.
All right, perfect. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I will talk to you later.
All right,
Okay.
brother. Have a great day. God bless.
Bye bye.